So as of right now, you can see my screen here. It's the presentation is what we've opened. So to get to this screen, right, we can start, maybe take a step back from the home screen, right? You would come in, traditionally kind of go in and open up a discovery, right? For our call today, we will be going into our presentation. Typically what I'll do for our presentation is just kind of go with the first one on the top left here. The rainbow works great for the color schemes, right? And then what I'll generally select is our 1920 by 1080, and that's based on the templates that we do create. And that's the sizing that will actually match up and pair well with that. So go ahead and create that. And then from here, so this is where the magic starts to happen, of course. Really, on the bottom right-hand side here, we have the pyramid icon.
Welcome, Travis.
And of course, we can turn off the volume. For demo purposes, we'll go ahead and just take off the sound. And you can, of course, speak into the mic here as well. For now, I have a couple of preloaded prompts, right, that we'll go ahead and put in. You can also see here that we do have, right, some specific suggestions and things that have been used previously as well. So we'll go ahead and get us started. So the first thing I want to do is create a dashboard, right, that's specific for a claims manager with trend lines and regression lines and a summary of the findings. What I find as far as creating these prompts, what I find is the more specific you are, the better the results will be. So we'll go ahead and just kind of run it and see what it looks like on this. Now, of course, the more specific you get, sometimes it takes longer for it to come back. Something that's a little bit more straightforward like this, we may see a return here rather quickly, whereas as we get along here and we get more specific, you'll see how it can take an extra 30 seconds or so, right, for it to come up. Okay, so here's the example that we got created. And we have our claim open date here for our filter. We do have our, kind of created or pre-created the KPIs that's already been listed. And it has been put in a place, right, that makes sense logically. We can move these if we wanted to select all three at once. I'm hitting the control button and then, clicking into each of them individually. And then we can move them or separate them out, as needed. If there's a better, spot or location for them, something like that, we could always do that. Moving these as well is definitely something that we would be able to, do. But let's take a little bit, closer look at what's being created here. So we have our DCC paid by claim reported date, right? And so this is giving us that trend line that we were looking for. And then we also have our best fit regression loss paid. So this is that regression line that we were looking at. And then down here is very similar, right? As far as the, claim close date instead of the open date, right? And then from here, and of course, the manager is going to want to know what's open versus what's closed. Having that, open on the top makes sense as well. I think closed in the bottom right-hand corner, maybe the, something that you look at the least. So that makes sense to me, kind of having the user hone in, right, on our open items. And then you can see, so this is reserve change, right, versus loss paid. And then this is, claim reopened, AO paid by claim reopened date. So one thing that's nice about this dashboard, right, that I'm noticing off the bat is that we're using different fields and different, dates, different measures as well, in order for us to actually get the, kind of uniqueness of a dashboard that you would typically see, being able to kind of click into one place and then affect the rest, right? All of that is very important for the end user. So you can see just by putting in a prompt, essentially we were able to get this to appear.